Okay, hello chat, feel free to say hello to YouTube. So I just want to cover something real quickly. This is something that I've been thinking about doing since, well, a week ago, and now's the perfect time to go ahead and do it. So basically, if you weren't fully well aware, cases refresh, case drops refresh, and it seems to be every Tuesday night. Depends where you are in the world. But for Americans, it'll be Tuesday night. For the Europeans, it'll be Wednesday morning. So cases refresh, and you shouldn't be too surprised with the likes of a brand new non-operation case, such as Kilowatt case. The price will go down because suddenly a whole lot more of them appear. So with what we saw last week, I noticed this. We saw quite a dip in price. And again, it's not surprising. This is expected. However, what we saw literally just happen over the course of the next few days was a rise in price where from here to here, it went back up $1. So I was thinking after seeing this and expecting that, well, we're probably not going to be seeing Counter-Strike Copenhagen major stickers until next week, as in after the potential, refresh of the cases. Maybe, I could probably jump in, buy a few hundred of these cases, depending on how much money I have available. But could I jump in, buy some for cheap right now, considering it's Wednesday and this is normally where we see the biggest drop, and then, after a few days' time, sell it for maybe $1 profit, and then, yeah, is this something that could be repeated every now and then? Astro, I appreciate the support there, buddy. Not the best timing. I shouldn't have had it on that scene. That's my own fault. But yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, why not? Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Why not? Just go for it. Because there's only one way to learn. And that is to go do something really stupid and then learn the hard way. But if I record myself, other people can see me do it, and then, you can, avoid making the mistake yourself if it turns into a mistake, or if it turns into a success in the future with a non-operation case as we go through the weeks of it constantly refreshing with more drops, more of them appearing. Maybe you might want to do this yourself. So I'm under the assumption that this will go up in price in about 4 days' time. And I've just kind of tested this out real quickly. If I were to sell these, so the currency I'm going to offer is, of course, pounds. I'm British, so British pound sterling. To be able to get my money back, I have to sell them for £2.47, which would be about $3. But based on the rise in price that we just saw over the past few days, it went way above that. But of course, as time goes on, you should expect that the case value will slowly descend downwards. Well, with the new way in which we get case drops from now on, it's a bit slower to be able to get cases. You can't just roll out all your bots and they spin around in team deathmatch and you get free cases like that. No, you actively have to work for it and, get the XP to be able to request one, and then if you're lucky, you get one. So I get the feeling this is actually going to be a perfectly fine thing to do. And yes, it's been over a month now since the Kilowatt case came out, so February 7th, and right now it's the 6th of March. So, as I said, there's only one way to find out. Will I regret it? I hope not, but, it's all for good research. So, and away we go. And I do have enough money, and I do have enough space, so let's see if I can pick up 500 of these, and then maybe in a few days' time we'll see what happens next. So the barter has gone through. I'll pick up a reasonable amount, and we'll see. Maybe I want to buy some more. I think 500 will probably be fine. For the first test, we shall see. So, I'm top buy order, and I assume a lot of people will probably be unloading their stock to me now, and I'm fine with that because, as I said, that's what we want to see. And do we see it? No, not yet. Oh, damn. Right then. So, let's find out what happens. So, I guess we'll skip ahead now, and then, I'll probably be recording what it looks like in about 4 days' time, and so. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. So we've made our return. It's been a few days since, of course, I did that buy order, and, well, I bought all those cases. So let's just briefly talk about what happened, because, of course, I haven't sold them yet. Yet right now it's Sunday. It's almost, rolling into Monday, but here's the current state of the cases. So in pound sterling, they're currently listing at £2.46, and they, of course, are close to about 247. And if I can just quickly remind you, if I want to be able to sell these, I would have to list them to £2.47. Sorry, £2. That's equal to about $3, I believe, which I could quickly confirm to you over to here. Yep, just over $3. So what's happened? How come I didn't sell them? Well, let's just quickly go down to here, look at the history, and just quickly explain the whole situation. So many of you should be well aware now that it's been over 4 weeks of this existing, right? It's been over 4 weeks. And to test out this whole idea of, okay, could I invest into the cases and make a profit if I buy when the refresh happens? I do believe it does work, but you probably don't want to do it 4 weeks later. That is the straightforward answer. Now let me explain further. Now I could have sold them literally the next morning if I wanted to, and I would have made a profit. That would have been an immediate thing. So from here to here, that would have been good profit. But I didn't buy at the lowest point. I actually bought around here. And then even then, I would have stayed. I still would have made a profit. The best I could probably do now is go evens. And it's unfortunate, but it still shows that it did rise up in price a fair bit. But I have to be very cautious now, make sure I make the sale happen sooner rather than later, because of course we do get close to the likes of a refresh. But more specifically, for this current given time, we're about to have the CS2 major. So at the very least, I make sure you got all your links nice and prepared. But of course, with the release of new content such as stickers, autograph stickers, and of course, like the viewer passes and whatnot, and the souvenir packages, prices are very likely to go down a fair bit, especially with the likes of cases, because a lot of people love to sell them to get some quick funds, don't they? And this would also affect the likes of our brand new non-operation case. So this applies to in the future as well. If a new case comes out at the very beginning of the year, do be aware that they very likely will go... Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you very much there, Mr. Thanks. So but do be aware, these are unfortunately going to be pretty badly affected. And across the board, all cases, whilst they might be rising up in price at the moment, when we have the likes of the upcoming major, and of course with the sale afterwards, prices will go down. And also don't forget, if I just quickly go back over to here, we are also about to have... when is the next Steam sale? It's in about 4 days' time. Lots of things are aligning where it's not looking good for cases. People would rather sell them to get some quick money to then go buy cheap games and, of course, chase after those brand new CS2 stickers, the Copenhagen stickers to be precise. So I'm weighing my options and I'm like, well, I have to make the sale now. So I waited these past few days in hopes of being able to sell them for a fairly decent profit. I thought we were going to go higher than this, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But at the end of the day, I won't be losing any money or any significant money, I'd say. All right? If you are going to do this approach in the future, you only really want to do it within the first few weeks. That's the simple, straightforward answer. As you can see here, looking at all of these instances, it dips down a price here and it immediately goes all the way back up around here. So from here to here, with the first refresh, I should point out, it went up by at least $1.50, maybe even a bit more. But yeah, that was a very good opportunity to jump into. And then, of course, with the week after, it wasn't as good, but it still happened. So from here to here, that's still a fairly decent profit. But then the week after, the one that we looked at previously, that motivated me to test this out, well, this was actually better than the second week. So from here to here, that was very nice. Again, very recently, cases across the board have started to increase in value. Again, there's a lot of momentum leading into the likes of this new major. If I could just quickly show this real quickly. Yeah, we just had 1.5 million people play the game. A stark contrast to how bad things were back in January time. We've basically doubled our player count. So that's interesting, that's nice. I'm not sure how things are going to be in the future with other potential brand new non-operation cases, but just be aware of all the things currently going on in the background and be smarter about this. During the first refresh, it's probably the best time to go ahead and try and do this, all right? With these new cases, there is new behaviour that we've learned, and this is definitely one of them. So, as we know, it's not that easy to get these cases. It's a mix of luck and having to put effort in to get all the experience to be able to, request them. But, yeah, if you probably only do it for like the first 3 weeks, it should work out quite nicely. But if there's a major coming up, you might want to take a step away from it. So that's what I'm doing now. So I will put an effort in to sell my cases, get my funds back, and at the very end of the day, it looks like it's doable, but I just happen to, get involved too late. So it's awkward, but hopefully we've learned something together. Hold my hand. But yeah. So all I can do now is hope for the best. But at the very least, whilst I didn't really succeed with this buy order, I still succeeded with my buy order over here, which I can show to you because I've been buying these for about $2 each. Yeah. So whilst my experiment didn't really work out very nicely, I'm still making profits with buy orders because, of course, if you are prepared, you can lead to success. Just being a little bit prepared can help you out a lot. And 4 weeks in, with the likes of this brand new kilowatt case still sitting here at $3, that's nice to see. But this is how cases are likely going to be from here on now. They're going to retain their value a whole lot better compared to cases from before, simply due to the fact, as I've said, it's hard to get a hold of these. You cannot just jump into Team Deathmatch and spin around forever. You have to put an effort in. You have to get the experience. Okay? So, yeah, I will do that again in the future, but I've learned a lesson, and I hope you've seen it, for yourself as well. So acknowledge what happened here, and, well, try it out yourself in the future. Chat, are you satisfied? So just 2 cheap borders. Well, they live. You can't do cheap borders anymore because the value retains better. I always said, at the very least, bare minimum, you want to offer at least $1 or try and push up to $2 maybe for a higher price buy order. But if anything, based on the prices that I was selling for initially, well, you probably want to do at least maybe like a $5 buy order from now on. During that first week, yeah, this case was selling for over $10 for a lot of time. And I've learned from this. But at the moment, at least I'm getting something out of this. With the first batch of like 200 cases, I've magically made like $100. Actually, no, it's like 120. Free money, I'm not going to complain. Yeah. So, yeah, lessons have been learned. Best of luck to you in the future with brand new non-operation cases. And hey, if you got buy orders in this case, best of luck to you regardless, right? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful for all of you, and we'll see what it's like in the future. And also, we'll see how things turn out with the likes of this major happening. How low will cases potentially go? I've given you the warning. It is expected that they will go down in value, all right? Maybe around the summertime they rebound. Well, I have looked at this before. If I were to go to my YouTube, yes, if I were to look at playlists, I have brought up the idea of when the 75% discount happens with a Counter-Strike Major, you tend to see cases really dip in price. So I feel certain that will definitely be happening, and if I could just show you by going to my preparing for a Counter-Strike Major, if I scroll down a fair bit, you'll see the video where I sit here and I discuss the idea of wanting to invest in 2 cases during the 75% discount. Consider giving that a good watch, because with that, happening in about a month's time, at least you'll be prepared for it. Whilst they're cheap, jump in, pick up those cases for cheap, and then, once everything's all said and done, afterwards, you should see the cases go back up in price again. And remember, it's not just because of the major, we also have a sale going on, alright? A spring sale. And when this happened last time with the Paris major, we had the summer sale. So lots of interesting things there that are going to influence the prices of our cases. But now that you are aware of it, you know what to do. Prepare, alright? So thank you very much for watching once again. Consider watching this Preparing for a Counter-Strike Major playlist. You don't have much time left, alright? It could be any day now, from here and now, any day that the likes of the update could come out with the brand new stickers. Any one of these days, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, or the 15th, we'll just have to wait and see. So with that, thank you very much for watching.